Welcome back to the channel. I want to start off today with next week earnings are still in play, but we're not really focusing on the earnings next week. Why? There is one thing that I see that's been a really market mover other than consumer index next week, which is, and we have CPI, initial claim, continuous claim. Those numbers are going to continue to rise. So I'm not really in tune for them. I'm just in for the focus of next week and what next week have to offer. But we all seen that the Federal Reserve is not doing anything at this time, even though the president want him to, is declining from do so. All right, so the tariff is still here. They're not going anywhere. 10-year Treasury yield continue to escalate and improve by going forward and forward and forward. Continue to rise, even though the market is looking solid. But this is telling us something strong that either now or later we're gonna see a drastic pullback in the market. But we hope not to see that. But with the market saying to us that even now this is my number one stock for this week, and I want to stay focused on this stock only for today. But I can point the fact out that market is significantly up over almost 300 points today, Sunday afternoon. So we all know that, yeah, there we go, over 300 points. I'm going to definitely share what's causing this news, and I'm pretty sure it's based on tariffs, but this is striking the market to move higher. So Nasdaq should open tomorrow crazy. So most of who had bought the dips last week and the week before prior to that would be capitalizing tomorrow. But let me bring one thing out to you, one stock that I'm going to pay attention to. And why I'm paying attention to it, because right now I see this stock as a strong buy. The last time this stock was trading around this point was last year in November, and this is my line that I drew, and I said, okay, Google dip right here. Chances are it's going to push back up. And look, I drew my line right here, and Google dip and pass $159. And look what happened from here. It pushed up, got rejected all the way up until $207. I was informed sometimes you need to take profit on the news. News is there, take profit. Great example. Let me point something out to you. So far reported earnings sometimes last week with a beat, and the stock went all the way up to, no, that's supermarket computer. Where is it? Where is it? SoFi, SOFI, right here. Last week pushed out earnings. Pre-market, the stock was up $14.67, over 8%. Market open, what happened? The stock pulled all the way back, gave up everything, went even below where it was trading, even though earnings was good. But this again is a long-term stock and a long-term hold. So of course I have shares on it. I have shares in the company and I'm holding. But it's just a pointer to say that sell on the news and buy the dip again, because I will always be a trader and an investor. But let's not stray from the point. Let's go right back over to Google. I had Google right here, not had, but bought some of the shares and watch the stock move over. And as the stock moved over, what happened is the stock continued to rally all the way up to 207. You would have taken some profit here, because look what happened now. We're down back in the waters, and yes, tomorrow I am going to pull the trigger and I'm going to gradually get some shares on Google, because even though Apple reported that not much people are using Google to research anymore, they're more gravitating towards AI. Alphabet will always be around, always. For the last 3 years, if you can see that Alphabet has been trading ridiculously high, and this right now is a buying point. We have seen that 139 is a buying point, even though for the last 3 years the stock is still in the red. This is buying opportunity for me. Right here was buying opportunity. I missed out, and look what happened. Even though it gave up, because again, if you had sell on the news, you would have locked in profit here. And look, it still come to you as a buying point again, because the stock pulled right back on bad news. And again, earnings is coming out on the 20th July 22nd. So that's the next time earnings, I think, because they just went through earnings, and I think it was a beat. Yes, they had earnings on 4/24, 4th, and I'm pretty sure it was a beat because the stock was trading good. But because of the tariffs and the bad news, the stock pullback. This is buying opportunity for everyone. So I can tell you that Alphabet is definitely a buy. Look into it. Do your due diligence. Who doesn't use Google these days? I don't know. So YouTube, they're all ties in one. Google, Alphabet. This is a buying opportunity. Don't be on the side when the stock is rallying. You didn't get your shares. So buy the dip continue, keep on buying the dip because I can tell you a few weeks from now, just like NASDAQ, if you had bought TQQ, like literally, if you had bought TQQ, when was this? February, this was April 7th. If you had bought TQQ April 7th at this low, you would be tremendously up right now on your money. Because look at NASDAQ, and pre-market NASDAQ is already up over 300 points. So tomorrow, the market is going to open skyrocket. If you had even bought AMD on the dip at $76, you would have been up. And this is like maybe a month ago. Look at Nvidia. At this was stock was selling at $86 a share a month ago, and now the stock is worth over $116. So it's just something to share with you and say, hey, don't be scared to buy the dips in times of uncertainty, because when time of certainty comes around, these stock will be through the roof. But there's one stock. This stock was killing it crazily. I'm not sure what happened, but they will be reporting this week, which is Cava, and Cava is a restaurant chain company, and they will be reporting on the 15th. So look out for that earnings. Chances are they're going to beat earnings because they always do, but maybe because of the tariff and imported stuff, why the stock pulled all the way back down to 70. I'll do some more due diligence and share with you what's going on with it. But for now, my next number one stock is SMCI. SMCI did great, and I love the news. They missed on earnings, and they told you prior to that they're going to miss earnings for the investor to prepare for it. And I did, and I bought some of the dip. And I hope that this week, not even hope, because I'm holding some of these shares until the stock goes back to $60, then I'm selling on the news. All right, so prepare yourself for next week, and highly anticipation that market is going to rally and continue to rally. But before we do so, like and subscribe to the channel, and let's keep this channel growing. I am under 100 and what 90 subscribers, trying to hit 200 this week. So let's keep this channel rolling. Until then, you know what to do.